Hey, it's Colleen from Ride Proud. I wanted to come on today and talk to you about two of our styles, the trail style and the trainer's style. They might appear to be similar, but there's actually quite some differences in the two. So yeah, that's what today's little video is all about. But before we get there, I'd love you to tell me where you're listening from. I know we have visitors from lots of different countries, not just Australia. So yeah, drop it in the link below and tell me where you're listening in from. I understand it probably won't be live. You'll be watching this sometime after the fact, but yeah, that'd be kind of interesting to know. So let me tell you about the two styles. The trail and the trainers, they come in our standard fabric in the 5 colors, the black, the brown, the gray, the wheat, and the black, brown, gray, wheat, navy. That's the other color. Yeah, exact same fabric for the two of them. Before I tell you the differences, let me tell you what's the same. Like all of our styles, these pants have the built-in tummy support. It's not terribly restrictive. Don't panic about it being restrictive. It's not. It's made out of the same fabric as our pants, so it's a 4-way stretch, and it has quite a bit of give in it. So you won't be cut in half from the belly, the tummy support, I can promise you that. They have the underfoot keeper. They both have that. That's in all of our styles. They have the full suede seat. They both have the comfort waistband. So our waistbands aren't rigid. We made that decision right from the get-go. None of our pants will have a rigid waistband, so you'll still be able to bend and stretch without it digging in. So they're the similarities between the two pairs. But the trail and the trainers are cut from 2 different base patterns. So they really are quite different in cut and fit. Yeah, so you will find a difference. The trainers pants were cut from a pattern not dissimilar to a pair of joddies. So they're a slim fitting pair of pants. They rise through to the waist, depending on your body shape, and we'll come back and talk about that, but they're higher, they're cut higher than the trail pants, and they're more fitting. The trainers have this pocket here. It's a reinforced pocket across the front here. It's reinforced. It's just a little bit stronger than the other ones, I guess. The real point of difference, or the main point of difference that people notice, is this. We have the where do we go? We have the cargo pocket stitched to the outside of the pants leg. So it's yeah, it's a patch pocket stitched to the outside. We have the reinforced pocket flap with a clip on the top, and it's really easy to get your hand in and out of. It's quite visible from the outside because it's stitched on the outside, whereas the trail pants have the concealed pocket. The trail pants have been very, very popular, and in fact they were our very best seller for a long time. For years they were our best seller until we brought the denim on. I think it's because of the name. I think most of us are trail riders, so we chose the trail style. The truth of it is, these trainers are excellent for trail riding because you can put so much in these pockets. They're the same size pocket as the trail pants, but they're just that much easier to get into. You can jam your whole hand in there, and you can fit more in it because it stretches out on the outside of your leg. So it's much easier, but a lot of trail riders are choosing the trail, and I think it's because of the name. So don't get hung up on the name. It's just a name. I just picked a name. And I chose trainers for these because trainers often have a lot stuff in their pocket. You know, when you're going out to give a lesson, you'll often have your waiver in your pocket. If your student hasn't signed their waiver, you'll have a pen so they can sign it. You might have sunscreen. You'll have your phone. You might have your you know, the battery pack for your speaker system, so you can talk to the person on the horse. You might have a muesli bar. You might have all of that stuff in there, and it's just really easy to get in and out of. I have all of the pants, obviously, all the styles. I love this one. I wear this one a lot, and I wear it on the trail. I wear the other ones on the trail too, but I guess these are my go-to. So these are the trail. Now these are cut a little lower in the waistband than the trainers. They're a few centimeters lower than your waistline. And I mentioned before, this depends on your body shape, of course, because I say the trainers come to my waist. I've had women say to me, Colleen, they're sitting way up under my boobs. Well, I guess that depends on the length of your waist. You know, I've got women who wear the trail pants that I say come a few centimeters below my belly button, and it's on the waist for them. We're all different, but that they are a few centimeters. They are a few centimeters lower in the rise. All of the pants are a few centimeters higher at the back as well, so that when you're sitting in the saddle, and pants often pull down at the back, you're not going to have your butt crack showing in these pants. They're cut, as I say, a little bit higher at the back. So getting back to the trail, they're cut. Here in Australia, we call it the stockman's cut. It's the traditional stockman's cut. They have these cutaway pockets, a bit like just a 5-pocket pair of jeans, but of course we don't have back pockets, so it's a 3-pocket. It's a 2-pocket. It's just a cutaway pocket. And we have the concealed pocket. Let me show you this concealed pocket. It's just this. It's a single welt pocket. It's got the little zipper here to undo. The great thing with these is it's concealed. You can wear these pants into the show ring and the judge is not going to see your pocket. As long as you haven't got too much jammed in there, it's going to be barely visible from the side of the show ring. So these are suitable for the show ring, whereas the trainers are not. The other thing I mentioned before, they're cut from a different base pattern. So these trainers are actually roomier. The base pattern is different to the trainers. The trainers, like I said, are more like a slim fitting pair of joddies. These are more like a comfy, looser cut pair of jeans. Yeah, that's the difference. They are both, the suede insert is identical on the two. It's a full suede seat, rises through to the waistband. The trainers have a back yoke, so slightly different, but they come right up to the waist. There's not that round shape in the suede. Both have the underfoot keepers, and the cut of the lower leg is identical in both the trail and the trainers. So they're the differences. We still have a few of the old Trail Gen 1s left on the website. I've just had a look over here. It's 6s and 8s, so there's only, for the little people over there, there's only a dozen or so there. And they're the ones that had the little split in the bottom. We made some changes to the trail. I always take on customer feedback, and the feedback was that the trainers were too short, and yeah, they were too short. So what I wanted to do was lengthen them a little bit, and I did. I lengthened them by 3 centimeters, but I took the split out of the hem because that split was making it a little bit different, a little bit difficult for people to lengthen or shorten. So we took the split out, and as I say, there's a dozen left there with the split. So if you like the split, and if you're little, so 6 or 8, there's a dozen there, and they're on sale. We won't replace them. So if you really like that split and that's your size, grab them because they'll be gone. And like I said, they're on sale. So yeah, they're there. The other thing we did when we went from Gen 1 to Gen 2 was we widened the waistband, because what we found is that a lot of the riders, a lot of the Western ladies wanted to have their wider Western belts. So we widened the waistband as well. The trainers have a narrower waistband with keepers. Narrow, it's a centimeter or 2. So you can still fit your belt through there. It's just not as roomy as the new Gen 2 trail. That's the difference between the two of them. If you have any questions, let me know. I actually did do a page on this on our website, and I'm going to drop a link to it, and it spells it out, the differences. I put it in table form, and I've put some words there. If you go to that page, I'll drop the link. If you go to that page, have a read, or not, because I've just told you, scroll to the bottom, and you can actually vote on which is your style, which style you prefer for the trail or the trainers, or if you don't have a preference, or maybe you have a preference for different scenarios, like you really like the trail for the show, but you really like the trainers for something, if you're a clicker trainer and you like the trainers for the pockets for a particular reason, drop it in the notes below, in the link, in the comments below, because I'd really love to know. As I said, I really do take on your feedback, and I use that when I'm making decisions about what we do next, where we go next, that sort of thing. Yeah, so please know that I read it. I do read it. I'm going to drop the link as well below for the page on the website, where I'd love you to go and have a vote, because then I can just look at numbers. I'll just look at the stats and go, that's really interesting. I'll look at your comments to go, that's why that's really interesting. So yeah, please know I will look. Probably that's it for me today. Any questions, let me know. Drop them in the comments, message me through the page, flick me an email, whatever you want to do. Yeah, I really want to hear from you. One more thing before I go, I want to do a shout out. I love supporting other women in business, and I want to do a shout out today to a woman who runs a business. It's an equine business, and this was a product I was using for some time before I knew who ran it, and then I found out she was actually a customer. She was a very loyal customer, and I've had many conversations with her, but she'd never mentioned that this was her product, and in fact we never talked about it. She didn't know I had an itchy horse, but this is it here. Oh, there. I don't know if you can see that properly. I hope you can. I might drop the link below so you can see it. Maybe it'll help you. I'm not saying it will help you. I'm saying it did help my horse, Jano, who suffers from Queensland itch. So yeah, this is Jenny's product. I picked it up in a sample bag down at the Home Horse Show in Caboolture years ago. Some little samples, I used them up, didn't know where to reorder, so didn't. And I was talking to another woman who said, oh yeah, I really like Jenny's soap. And I said, what soap? Found Jenny. Give it a shot. Can I suggest you read the instructions that come with it? Because I didn't. I'm not that person that reads instructions. So I was just using it how I thought. And then one day, my order turned up and it had a pamphlet in there to read. I had a cup of coffee, so I sat down and flicked through it. The words that are important in there are use it like a lotion. I used it differently from then, and I got an even better result. So give it a shot. Yeah, you might like it. I'll drop the link. Canine to equine, equine to canine, canine to equine. I think you'll find it there. I hope it's helpful to you. And that's it for me today, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.